Real quick, got a question for you guys today. What is it that is old and just as relevant as the new? What is it that is old and is just as relevant as the new? Because we're told that you can't bring the old into the new. Otherwise, we're going to ruin it. You can't put old wineskin into new wineskin. It is definitely going to ruin. And as I keep repeating that, remember that is very well true. But just for a minute, I want you to think of what is old that is just as relevant as the new. I'm going to give you a moment to think about it. And when you get your answer, please drop it in the comments because I want to know what your answers are. A multitude of advisors, that's diverse perspectives, is more knowledge for me. You know, my way of thinking, it may inspire some people, but your answer could inspire others as well. So there's no wrong or right answer. I want to know your perspective on the question. And as you're thinking about that and dropping that in the comment, then I'll tell you what I feel like is old and just as relevant as new. So here we go. I feel like in the beginning stages, God has inspired us not to despise small beginnings. And so as I began to grow, I began to develop and excel in life and just become more aware and more conscious of who I am and what God created me to be. I'm always in awe as I grow. However, nothing is a surprise to him. What I'm doing, what I go through, and where I'm going. And so for me, walking into the new, I'm always honoring God by living in a manner that's pleasing to him. And please, let's be clear. Um, I have not lived a perfect life. I am not perfect now. However, my concern is always, how can I please God? And I don't want to get off the subject, but I want to share that with you as well. But I just want to give you how I feel about what's just as relevant and that is old than the new. I feel like the foundation of starting off, you know, doing what I do now. I feel like at any given stage where I am today, if I fall, that I've built something that's so strong that it is going to help me to get back up. And the reason why it's going to help me to get back up because of what I built, the old foundation, it still ministers to me in a way that the new could never minister to me, because the old had to go through trials and tribulations that does not compare to who I am now. Because who I am now, I am more strengthened, I am more wiser, I am more valuable. I know my worth even the more. And from the beginning, I did not have all of that intact. I was learning myself. I was learning my strength. I was coming in awareness about my potential and my abilities. I was breaking free from old habits and old patterns. I'm still doing that. But because I've learned, I have tools, greater tools now that I can use that I didn't know that was accessible from the beginning. And more importantly, the old foundation, it keeps me humble. And so I do everything with a spirit of humility. So that's what I feel that is old and just as relevant as the new. And that means I don't just, my beginning it may be old, but it is still very much relevant. And I'm always reminded that at whatever level I may be in life, that I have to be reminded of the old that speaks to me. And only that version of my beginning still has a voice. Now, when there are things that I had to heal from, that I had to grow from, I'm very adamant about what I give a voice to, because I don't want trauma still speaking to me. Because when trauma speaks to me, then it teaches me how to self-sabotage. It tells me that you're not going to grow anymore. There's nothing greater for you. And so I have a sense of power and discernment to know. And guess what? It all started in the beginning. And the beginning is old if you look at where I am now, right? Because I can't just stay in the beginning. There's a new day every 24 hours, right? And so it is considered as the old. However, I only ask that question because I want you to always be reminded of the foundation that you built, and how, and to give yourself grace, how to be diligent with yourself, and to know that you're doing an amazing job. If you feel like today you are not where you want to be, just be reminded of where you was, and that lets you know that you did an amazing job. You did an excellent job, and I will be an advisory today to tell you, keep going, keep doing your thing, and God is watching you, and you never know who else is watching. You never know who else is compelled by what you do, whose life you have changed. Everybody may not tell you that you are an inspiration to them. Everybody may not tell you that it was you that saved them from suicide. It was you that spoke to them. It was something you said that awakened them, that they're going to keep going and keep doing what they're doing. And because they did that, now they are far more better than they ever even imagined. So keep doing what you are doing, right? Because you are a breakthrough for a lot of people that may never tell you, or you know, that if you're doing it for the right reasons, then you don't have to always have somebody to tell you that you're doing an amazing job, or that how you've helped their life, right? Just keep doing what you're doing and know that you are making an impact, and what you're doing is very, very effective. And I also want to tell you that it's okay to take risks. For those of you that feel like I've been doing what I've been doing for a long time, and we're all called to do a whole lot of things. In life, and whatever our purpose is, and whatever your purpose is, whatever your gift is, and whatever motion you got going on in life. But you feel like, I've been doing this for a long, long, long time, and now it just seems repetitive, right? And you feel like there is more. That desire is for a reason. You're feeling that desire because it is time to do more. And you're probably looking around, everything's looking the same, or you feel like I should have done more by now. Something's just not right. And you know that in the beginning, you accumulated a lot of knowledge. You went through various trials. There were times like endless, hopeless nights in the beginning, and you got to this place, but now you feel stuck. I would say to you today, baby, take a risk, because the beginning, you're standing on a strong foundation. Again, like I said, if you fall, you got something that can speak to you, to comfort you. There's solace in the beginning that will just restructure your heart and restore you. This is how you encourage yourself. You know how people are always saying, sometimes you just got to encourage yourself. You hear people say that in such a tone that is very, very confident, but you're probably saying, they don't know what I'm going through. Sometimes I don't have it in me. Well, let me tell you, baby, you may feel like you don't have it in you, but you got to remember where you started from, and that foundation, that's that old voice. That's the only time it should be relevant to say that, remember when this happened in your life, but look where you are now. I know right now it may be a little rocky. I know things may be a little rigid in your life right now, but you better get up. Look, what you've come too far to give up. You come too far to stay down. You come too far to allow yourself to sit here and self-sabotage yourself, to join in with the opinions of others, to join in with the dark forces that are unseen, to join in with the principalities that is coming for you to beat you down. Baby, you still got a ways to go. Look at this opportunity right now, right here today, where you are. This is productivity at its best. And I want you to stand up where you are. Stop having remorse for yourself, baby, because you are not going to die. Today is the day that you give yourself a new start. Today is the day that you give yourself a clean slate. And you are going to say to yourself that I know I'm here. This is not the beginning. I'm a vet in this thing. And I'm going to stand up and I'm going to keep going. But what I am going to do, I'm going to take a risk. And I can afford to take a risk because of the foundation that I'm I'm standing on. I know it may be old, but this old foundation is built off of value. This foundation is built off of tears. This foundation is built off of almost giving up. Baby, I had to get it out of the trenches. So you know what you're standing on, where your strength comes from, where your help comes from, because God was there when you were building the beginning of this foundation. He is your strength. He is your resource. God is kind. He's going to be kind to you even when you feel like you're restricted by your emotions. You're restricted by feeling like you have no hope. You're not anchored in hope. Feeling like you're restricted because nobody can hear you. Nobody can see you. Feeling restricted by feeling like you have no livelihood. Feeling restricted by these different mood swings and behaviors. Why are you in this current wave by all of these negative things? And that's the flow that you want to be in. That's the problem. Baby, I want you to take a risk and say, listen up. This is my foundation. This is my territory. Everything that is negative, you gotta go. Ain't no room for you on this foundation. I never built it off of negativity. I went through hardship. I went through negativity, but I didn't build it off of that. Those things were sources that pushed me to keep building. Those things were sources that pushed me to become established. So I need you to stand up where you are and take a risk. Do something that you haven't done before. That may be the problem. Baby, you done did something 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 decades. Baby, it's time for you to do something different. Take a risk. Get out of your comfort zone today. Get out of your head today. You keep letting remorse minister to you. You keep letting sorrow dig a grave for you. You keep letting long nights and tears and sharp arrows just cut you into pieces. Baby, it is not time to get up. It's time to live. Why do you keep dying and keep waking up? Why? Because there's more for you to do. God keep resuscitating you. He keep reminding you that there's so much more work for you to do. And I need you to get out of your comfort zone and get into a risk zone. What can you make it an investment in today that will push you out of the place that you are currently in? If you can stand up today and you can push a door open of opportunity, it'll slap you in your face and tell you to wake up. Girl, I've been waiting on you. Boy, I've been waiting on you to get up and open this door. That means open an account. If you have $5 to your name, or higher, and it may not be enough to open an account. I think it's about $25 to open an account. Start putting money into that account and don't touch it. This is a way and to sharpen your ability. Put your pride to the side, egocentric ways to the side. You may have one that have been a millionaire at one time. You may be one that maybe just was doing well. You may not be a millionaire, but you were doing well for yourself. And so it feels like you're just in a way because you keep thinking about what you had or what you did and who you were. And now people, that's the problem. You keep worried about everything else. And as long as you occupy your mind worrying about people, worrying about what you had, instead of how I'm going to get out of this rut and be a testimony all over again to other people to say that you may fall, but you built something and you established something that you will not stay down. If I went dead broke today, I'm going to open up this account and I'm not only are you going to sharpen your discipline, you find that you're very disciplined, but you're going to find that I'm going to start somewhere. And you're going to put money in and don't say I don't have it. Yes, you do, baby, because now is the time to sacrifice. You know how it was from the beginning. Don't take off your garment of humility. Be aggressive with that thing to say, I'm determined that I'm going to be disciplined. I'm determined that I'm going to stay humble, because character will take you far. When you build a stage of integrity, on top of integrity, on top of integrity, those are your stepping stools. That's how you get to the top. That's how you stay established, baby. Character is everything, and it will get you to the bag. It will get you to success. It'll get you to sanity, but make sure that this stage of integrity, that God is the one that's prioritizing it. God is always going to be a tool. He's always going to be a resource. Get up and take a risk today. Don't you dare fall down again. Don't you dare agree with anything that's trying to dig a hole and put you in it and pack you under their feet. That's your territory. Those are your grounds. the grounds for training all over again. I know you trained from the beginning, but baby, if God is doing something new in your life, then that's probably why you're falling, because these are training grounds for you to become something new. Remember when in the beginning it was your gift that opened the door for you? Remember it was your gift that made room for you, because you walked in with your gift. You said, this is what I have. I'm a specified kind. This is my gift. For instance, you sing. This is what I do. So you gave that to the people, and so the people loved it. You start building a rapport with people. They start feeling like, oh, we family. I love her. I love him. I want to support what you're doing. So after a while, because they've built a rapport with you, now whatever it is that you do, people are going to support you. If you did it before, you can do it again. So now that you've gotten through that door of an opportunity, it may have opened up an executive door for you, whatever that is, to open up another business, because your gift came in and just made room for you. So whatever level you are on now, that thing again can make room for you. And there are a lot of things that you can do to tailor your life to make sure that you are steadfast, unshakable, unmovable, that you're steady. You're steady and not full of shame, that you're established and not full of games. You don't have to put on for people. Let go of that egocentric mindset. Baby, you better learn to minister to yourself to get out of that rut. That's all I want to say to y'all today. Y'all going to be blessed. I love you, and stay tuned for it.